All right, guys, I was having technical difficulties there. We're going to rotate, but we just found a new nice mix that we just tested out. Let's mark that solid. I'm going to try a new spot out. And we'll see what we pick up after a new mix. Again, like I said, I casted all that mix out. I don't know if that video is going to pop up. For some reason, my live stream was glitched out. But I tested a couple different theories. A lot of people say cast all your mix out, but sometimes I like to just cast out part of it. So this was successful on this new mix that we just tried. So we'll give it another go and see what happens. But I just kind of want to show you guys the difference. You can cast all of it out or you can cast partial out. I haven't seen... To me, it hasn't been any difference if you cast all your mix out or 3/4 of it. So I'm going to try it again and just test my theory. Again, I've been trying to develop one where you can just, get 2 spots out of one. In other words, if you were able to somehow get the mix to work in 2 different locations off of one spot mix, that would be more beneficial in my opinion, instead of throwing all your mix out, getting a couple fish and moving or whatever. So we're going to try this out and see, but I'm going to try this out one more time just to give it a nice solid test. Alright, it's 166 ounces. As you guys can see, this is a brand new mix we're trying. We did get 4 oversized in one location. But again, I'm going to test this out. I'm just going to cast about 3/4 of it out, and then the next one we'll try a heavy mix and see if we can get oversized at 2 locations off of one spot mix, which is beneficial because you guys got to figure you're kind of offsetting your profits if you're casting every bit of your mix out in one spot as opposed to getting 2 spots out of one mix, and that's kind of ultimately what I'm going for. And you guys tuning in, check out some of my night mixes as well as any of the perch. I'm really good with the perch and the shark and all those things. So if you're looking to level up, I'm a good guy to talk to on that. I got multiple videos showing you how to lure fish and grind for XP and cash as well. So, but we'll try out a new spot right here, really close. All right, thanks Shieldler for checking out on me. And that was way too far. And this spot here is probably not on YouTube, but you can basically cast right there and catch 90 pound fish. Hold on, I'll show you. Just to show you I'm not trolling. 82 pounder. There's a 97 pounder. 97 pound fish right there. Again, it's just kind of been my experience to, not saying that Super Dave's great. I subscribe to him. I'm actually in a party with him. We just vary on our different strategies. He likes to kind of cast everything out and just see what happens. Okay, thanks, Shieldler. We're going to just try various mixes on this stream and see what happens. Test out some new spots. Today we're focusing on good fishing on the Sunny Peaks. Again, any of you guys that happen to stop by the stream, check out the night mix. It does work fairly well for a horrible peak. You get stuck on those cloudy days. I got a cloudy day and rainy mix too. Slow times. Alright, for the sake of this, we're going to go ahead and cast all this out just to see. Again, I did it at the last spot location. I got, I think, an 87 pounder and 80 pounder. We got 4 oversized, 72 pounder, and I think a 70 pounder. Let's say grass, common, unique, and a mirror, a leather, 80 and 87 pounds, I want to say. And then we got a 72 pound common and a 70 pound grass, so, or 71 pound grass, which is a brand new mix I've tried. But again, I'll show you a different mix here in a second. Like I've got one that I can rotate around. Again, it's just beneficial if you can put one mix together, spot 12 times or so, rotate to another spot, not have to remix. If you're following along with what I'm trying to put out there. Anybody happens to be watching this stream that's spotted a lot, you kind of wish you just had a dump truck or something. You could just dump the mix in. You didn't have to cast 70,000 times. That's my deal with the spotting in general. I wish that you could just put more out at once. In other words, 5 casts would be great. So what we're going to experiment with this one, we're going to cast every bit of this out. The next spot I'm going to mix a big mix up, throw out half of it, see what we catch, go to another spot on the same mix, and we'll see what happens. One second, guys. And so we're going to throw all 166 ounces on this one, just see what happens. A few more casts, we'll put some rods in the water and see what happens. I got 4 oversized earlier. Throwing it all out, but I didn't see any difference in regards to the actual size. So for you guys that are stuck trying to grind for the 100 pounder, I think it's probably just all RNG. Alright, now we've thrown all of it out. Let's see what happens. Hello, Sandra. You downloaded this game yet? You ready from a break from the Rust grind or Turkov or whatever you guys are playing now? Rust maybe. We're doing pretty good. We got a few. We're trying out some different carp mixes. This is weird. You throw out a bunch of spod mix to kind of chum the water is what we're kind of doing and hoping to get bigger fish. So that's what we're going for. Overcooked. I've never played Overcooked. What is that? Another shooter game, I'd assume. I can't keep up with you youngins. I do play Battlefield 1. I'm pretty good at Battlefield 1, but I haven't played any of the. I'm okay at Fortnite. Just okay. Okay, as we can see, that's probably just a standard. See, that's a unique. See now that's the thing that drives me crazy. If you cast out every bit of it, and all you get's just a common unique. And that's why I kind of like to just split it up into two mixes. But we'll try my different way here in a second. We'll let this play out. But again, there's two nice ones. Do what? You guys are playing a cooking game? He needs to learn how to cook. A cooking game? You guys are racing or you're cooking? Which one are you doing? You're racing and cooking? What game is that you guys are playing? See, these rod stands are so annoying. Okay, so we've caught one oversized, one common unique. I'm gonna go ahead and let this play out since we casted every bit of the mix. Let's mess around with this guy. He's doing pretty good. I think he's using Dave's mix. Common. Skate in. So there's two oversized. He's gonna throw it out. Okay, this might be one in the 80s. Again, I might vary from Dave a little bit. He's got a great mix. Like I said, I'm never knocking his mix. I like I actually like the Sweet Crucian Tutti Frutti and the X Flavor Supreme over. He likes the CSL. I think Tutti Frutti and Sweet Crucian. So in other words, I like dumping the CSL out and putting the X Flavor Tutti Frutti in the Sweet Crucian. I don't use the CSL much. Yeah, I'm trying, bro. Yeah, I'm trying. Trying some new mixes. Just doing some experimenting on my own. Like I said, I'm a high rank guy too, and I learned how to spot 6 or 7 months ago. And D's Universe, one of my other streamer buddies, Dave, I watched some of his videos, but I've been kind of just varied off on my own and just kind of had my own little thoughts. I prefer to, like I said, I've developed a mix. I like to be able to rotate around and try to hit 2 spots, but I'm still going for that 100-pound carp, so I think it's just going to be random RNG, like a 451-pound perch or a 440-pound shark. So, oh, daddy, yes, screenshot. Brand new mix, my first 102-pounder. Oh, right on live stream. I love it. Didn't mean to get so loud, boys, but I've been testing it. I've been wanting this forever. Got my first. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna actually. I can't record at the same time, can I? I'll have to figure out how to edit this, but this amazing 102-pounder. Wow. I love it. Boom. My own mix on live stream. Yes. Wow, boys, my 102. I'm so excited, dude. I grinded that forever. See, I was trying a different theory, but that is amazing. Finally. Dude, I've tried so long for that. Just like my buddy D's Universe. He's 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 up there in my top on my streamers. He's a good young man, and he's a hard fish, and he's getting into comps and everything. But he too has been grinding for that 102-pounder. I'm gonna show him that mix. It's kind of he's got one similar. See, we're kind of in agreement. I think Dave likes the CSL. I'm with the D. I like the Sweet Crucian, the Tutti Frutti, and the X flavor in my opinion. Dang, I can't believe I got that. That was so exciting. Finally got that 102-pounder. Yes, bro. That was good. I'll show you guys that mix. I was just testing out some new stuff. I think, hold on, I got all kinds of mixes. Solid. It was this one right here, D. This is similar to, I think, what you might put in Catfish Fish Store. I'm not, you might do a 12 here. I can't remember what you were doing. It's kind of similar. Yeah, D, bro. It's a late night grind. If you see, I just caught that 102-pounder. I don't know if I can record and broadcast at the same time, but I'm still learning my way around this. But I know you're probably excited for me. I want to say this is kind of a similar mix to what you do. Now, I know Dave does the, what does Dave do? I think there's Dave's mix. See, he likes the CSL. I like the, I'm pretty sure that's similar to your mix. I've been trying out some new mixes, but I've been trying to develop one, D, if you're on here watching. I've been trying to develop one where you can go around and spot 2 different spots. And see, I think that's just random RNG though, bro. But I want to say your mix is similar to this. You might do like a 12 and a 20 or a 10 and a 20. But I've been trying to dial that in as well. But I'm developing a chum mix I've been working with. I'm trying to get it to where you have where you can spot, 10, 12, 13 casts, rotate spots, then do another 10, 12, 13 casts. And I've been kind of playing with this one here. But the one I just got that 102-pounder on, Oh, it is 22 and 12? Let me look, bro. Is that what I just did? No. Or no, that ain't one. Hold on, that's my Bream one. Oh, it's close, bro. You do 22 and 12. See, I did 22 and 15. I've been playing with those numbers, and I actually was throwing in, I can't pronounce what's this particle, bro? I've been playing with this lately. If you look at my night mix and stuff, I don't know how to pronounce this, dude. I'll butcher the word. It's like pistachio or something. I don't know. I've been playing with it and having some luck. My buddy Darth, where is he? Hold on, I'm gonna show him my friends. I'm not gonna show his mix. He's got a good mix, and I got some in the mid 90s on it as well. Where is this guy? He don't play in comps, but this guy here is good, and he's been telling me to play around with that Pastino. This guy here, he don't play much comps, but he catches some hog carp. So, you guys ever see him in the lobby? He helped me out quite a bit when I was carp fishing as well. He don't YouTube or anything, but this guy right here is a stud. And like I said, D's Universe is he he definitely can play, and I'm hoping that he sticks with them comps. But D going back on them comps, I'm gonna go spot another spot here in a second. But man, I can't believe I got a 102 pounder. Dang it, I didn't say the mark. But any of you guys that are watching this stream or watch this back, there's a right here's where I caught the 102 pounder. And I didn't get the mark, but man, that took a while to get that. I can't believe I got that live too. That's amazing. So, but I'm gonna rotate around. But what I'm thinking, D, is if you could develop a mix that, if you're following along what I'm saying, it takes so long to cast that out. You know, I'm gonna work on this. If you can do some on like I said, a collaborative thing. If you could find a mix where you could, cast out half of it, that's a 190 ounce mix. I've got them in the 90s on this before, but I keep playing with these numbers. But again, it could just be random RNG. Like I said, one of these, like I said, I think just going for a big perch. I hate to ramble, guys, but I'm going to show you this for example. I've caught 3 or 4 of these 451 pounders, and I've caught 440 pounders on a lure, believe it or not. This one just happens to be my big one, but I think it might be the same thing on the carp, but I'm not 100% sure. In other words, if there's a random carp that spawns in at 75 pounds and you put oversized mix on top of it, that might just be the thing. But we just now caught that one. But the 94, one of these here, or the 93, I caught that one on D's mix when I first started learning how to spot. So D can definitely fish. Yeah, D, the comps, bro. I don't want to call people cheaters, but here's the thing, D. Let me explain this to you. If you look at my personal rating, what is it? I'm 558. Here's the thing. Here's my scenario on this while we're talking about it, D. Just give me a second, because I think you've played enough of them now that you would probably agree. I'm not calling anybody a cheater or anything, but what if, this is my theory, what if the computer itself gives the top players, since their personal ratings up there, let's say their personal ratings 2,400 or something crazy like the top guys. Let's say it automatically figures in, because you're going to lose personal rating. You'll find as this goes up, you do bad in one comp, bro, and it takes a bunch of your personal rating away. So let's say they get a better bite rate and better RNG, because if you watch my spot, that comp tip or that comp video number 3, I think it was, I spotted a spot in California for common carp, and I can go in there with your mix, my mix, Dave's mix, anybody's mix, and when I'm just practicing, and I get it every time. I can get them in the mid 60s. I go into that thing, and for whatever reason, it will not give me a carp bigger than 50 pounds, like 58 pounds. And the last time I did, I spotted 2 spots, and it's so hard to do with one carp rod. You have to spot the spot, so you're looking at 7 to 9 minutes to get your spot mix out. On top of it, you're fishing with a carp rod that doesn't have the power of a bottom rod, so you're limited to one rod, no rod stand. I was able to get 2 unique carp, in one 45-minute frame, and that's, cycling through. You might get a common and a trophy before you get your unique. And every time, I've did it 6 times, and it's never given me one in the 60s. I go on the same peak, and I go in there and practice it. I can get it in the mid 60s every time. So it's almost like the RNG set. I'm not saying the players are cheating, because they all play hard. But to me, it feels like they're basically they're getting better RNG because the computer is going off of their personal rating. Again, look at this personal rating. If you look, I don't know where yours is, D, but I grinded these comps probably the last 3 or 4 weeks. At one time, I only had 20 comps in. So me and my friend grinded this, and we both noticed the same thing. It's almost like the top five automatically get better RNG just simply because their ratings up there. So if the computer is already programmed then with a better bite rate, and let's say we both throw out a good mix, try that common carp comp sometime and see if it happens to you, D. I have not yet, and you've just seen me catch a 102-pound carp. I've put up videos on my channel here where I can catch them in the rain. I've got a mix for the rain, I've got mix for cloudy days, I've got mix for nights. I know how to spot by now. But when I go into that comp 6 times straight, they've never gave me one in the 60s. So to me, that just doesn't seem random. And for me to get 258s in a 45-minute time frame, it just doesn't add up. And like I said, I think it's Fishing Planet more than it is the players. But enough on that rant, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and try this. I'm gonna try this different mix here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to throw this out for any of you guys that are visiting the channel. Welcome and bounce in and out or whatever. But any of you guys that happen to come in and watch this, I think you'll appreciate my rant for any of you guys. Yeah, I understand that, D. Like I said, if you watch any of my clips and stuff I put on there, I'm a cool guy. Like I don't mind losing, so I'm not even crying when I lose. I just want to make sure, I'm just looking for a fair opportunity for everybody. And like I said, it's not just for me. Had friends on my friends list that sit and practice things. They'll go in there and I don't know, it's like the game's broke. They get a 0 bite rate, and it's just frustrating for people that, like I said, I don't expect to go into some of the stuff that I haven't played in, but when I know how to catch a certain fish, whether it's a shark or I definitely know how to carp fish. And like I said, I had a lot of people helping me out, and as I learned, and I kind of just put my own little twist on it. But nonetheless, I'm just looking for equal opportunity to place. I don't really need anything in the game, but when you go and invest your time, and it feels like you're kind of already behind the 8 ball, so to speak, that's kind of nerve-wracking for some. But like I said, I'm going to keep grinding. I hope you do too, D. But if you ever want to practice and link up together for some of this stuff, let me know. I got another buddy that likes to play this a lot, so we can go in together and practice on some of this stuff if you ever want to. Just kind of see if we can. Like I said, you're a walleye machine, dude. If I was you, keep playing that walleye thing. In my opinion, is all the videos I watched on this kind of the walleye tips. You're definitely the best walleye fisher on here that I've seen, streaming wise for sure. I've been trying to work on that technique. I watched one of yours where you caught, I think 10 uniques in a row on the night peak, just speeding from night peak to night peak. But that's pretty sick, bro. I think I'm actually gonna take this out. What is it gonna let me take it out? I don't know, let me cancel. Oh, that won't let me cancel. I'll stick with it. How do you strike all the time with... Hold on a second, bro. I'll have to look at that. But anyway, thanks for stopping in, D, bro. I appreciate it. And like I said, you got to see me catch that 102-pounder. That was amazing. But again, I think that's probably RNG, man. I don't even know if 100% sure if that's the mix or not. I should be able to... There we go. See, I like the giant octopus better at night, man. We'll try this. I cannot believe I caught a 102-pounder. That's so amazing. All right, D. Now you're gonna have to go on the carp grind, bro. You have to go on the carp grind and get that. And I almost didn't live stream. I took my wife out to a nice Mexican dinner. We had just a couple margaritas and had some fun. And she's like, "Well, go live stream, have some fun." So I almost didn't, but I'm glad I did. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying on and off like you, D, for a month or two, trying to get that 100-pounder, and it finally hit. Here's another, this spot right here, D. It's a short cast too. But I know you can get, I was using this one of my comps the other day as well. This is a nice spot. So I'm going to try to, it's about 190 ounces. I'm going to try to cast half of this out, and I should be able to get oversized at two different spots because it's a heavy mix if you're following along with what I'm saying. All right, D, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, you're a cool dude. And one thing, like I was going to tell you too, I'd went on my vacation to Cancun. If you remember, I took my wife and my family. We had a destination wedding we went to, and you were trying out that deep runner shark lure, and you were just working a little different. But thank you for giving me credit for telling you to try that out. But yeah, a lot of people struggle with them shark. I love fishing with those things for a lure, with a lure that's fun. But yeah, that deep runner, man, that deep runner's sick. And there was another comp I thought I was going to tell you that you could play that you'd be really good at. Are you good with the pike at the tuba? I think it's the Amazing Five or something it's called. You'd be really good at that one too. But yeah, definitely you should be able to. I think you could probably get your first one in that top-notch walleye if you stay at it. I've only ever been able to get two uniques, but as good as you are at with that retrieve, you got a sick retrieve, man, on that walleye. Yeah, bro, I'd like to stream with you, man. We should do that. Like I said, I'm kind of like I said, grinding on these comps. I'm trying to learn. It'd be fun to kind of come in and come in together. And like I said, I got another guy that's been playing with me for a while from England. That's a good thing about fishing playing. I think it kind of unites people, you know, and gaming in general. And this game, that's what I love about it, learning about different cultures and stuff. But I've got made some really good friends with some guys from England that I've been playing with as well. But yeah, definitely stick with that walleye comp. Pick the ones you like. Jasmine, how do you stream live? Do you got a PS5 or 4? You might be able to stream on PS4. I'm not sure, man. You'd have to ask my buddy D's Universe. I'm still learning. Thankfully, my middle son streams and does all that. He's kind of helped me get this started. So I don't. As far as I'm not real big on the technology. I'm still learning. So my kids are actually teaching me on that. As embarrassing as that might sound. Um, I just like playing the game and I enjoy interaction with people. So yeah, the diversity is good, bro. That's what I love. D's Universe. D. That's my daughter right there. She she plays some games too. D's Universe is one of my favorite streamers. Jasmine. He streams Fishing Planet. I want to say he's from Jamaica, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, he streams all kinds of games. He plays some of those heavier games like your brother does. He plays, I want to say he plays Warzone as well. I don't know about Fortnite. I used to play Fortnite, D, and my son got a gaming PC, and I was doing all right when he had a PS4, and we both had PS4s before I got a PS5. But once he got his gaming PC and all that stuff set up, man, I marked on him for a couple weeks when he was learning, and then he was just leaps and bounds ahead of me, and then eventually I kind of just felt antiquated on the Fortnite, so I'd kind of gave up on the Fortnite grind, and I was playing this kind of on the side. I still play Battlefield. Battlefield 1, I love that. That's a good shooter game. I can keep up with the people on that one, but Warzone, man, that's brutal. No, Jasmine, we don't catch tuna on here. No tuna here. We're hoping for a ocean map. Funny you say that. Wicked tuna. It'd be fun to go. We're hoping they add a new map. They haven't added a new lake on here forever. Oh man, I casted out more of that than I want. Started talking. I'm getting a strike off and I'm trying to get spotted bass. Getting strike. What are you using there, Mariska? First unique YouTube account. Jasmine, look at D's Universe. He knows what to do. I didn't cast that far now. Yeah, that bass jig with an Emps is a good combo. Did you say you're level like 18, bro? You'd have to grind that cash out, and as soon as you can, you need to probably get to the Everglades. You'll have a lot more fun at the Everglades. And another thing, D's Universe has got a lot of tips on almost all these lakes. I'm just now throwing some of the stuff up. I'm better at the looking at my rank, not to brag or anything, but basically on my rank, I just grinded the Congo, the Amazon, and blue crab a lot. So I fished a lot of the higher lakes, more so than I did the smaller. So that's why I've power leveled so much. But D's Universe has a great selection of whatever unique you're looking for and a good grinding methods. I haven't put any of those up yet. So, but Mariska, take a look at D's Universe YouTube. He's got a really good Fishing Planet curriculum on there if you're looking to learn as well. As well as the missions. I'm not I got all my missions done, but don't expect me to put up I probably won't. I'll put up power level stuff, but I probably won't put up missions things. I look at D's Universe, a little bit of Super Dave, and there's another guy, Bubbles Way maybe. He's pretty good at the missions. Let's see if this mix works now. Man, I got so excited from catching that 102 pounder, I've lost focus. I'm into just cast half of this out. We'll see how it still works. Man, when I first came to Weeping Willow, I really hated carp fishing. I kind of I kind of didn't like a lot of the European lakes until I figured out how to spot. But of course, what did I do? Kill the water? Yeah, Dee's right. You might. It's either missing it or your hook might be a little too big. If you're still grinding at kind of like Dee's going, but I think I follow on with you're saying. You're getting hits, but they're not hooking. You're probably maybe too big of a hook size if you're still grinding at the Lone Star, bud. You might want to go with like a smaller bass jig, 2.0 maybe, 1.0. Because I want to say those bass are probably only 2 or 3 pounds. But when you got a spot, try this spot sometime, D. It's a nice short cast too. I've got them in the 90s here for, but if you notice, I didn't mark my 102. I'm bad about forgetting to mark my stuff. But I've got them in the 90s right in front of me before. Yeah, there's a little choder. But yeah, D, I'm excited. I think you'll get that 100 pounder, and you'll get that 451 pound perch too eventually. Uh, Mariska, you might try the if you know how to do the auto set, you can try the twitch where you just keep your rod up and then twitch like a stop and go, but you just hold the rod up. I like the twitch, but a lot of people love stop and go, so it's kind of just personal preference. But my guess is but if you're using a 1020 bass jig, make sure it's not like a half-inch bass jig or something. You probably want like a 1/8 or D, you'd probably know the size on there a little more. Maybe a 1/4 ounce bass jig, maybe. It's been a while since I fished Lone Star. I do remember the grind though. D, that's what we should do sometime. And even if you put it up on your video, almost need like an updated, even if it's a 20-minute thing. Just go through. D, that'd be a good idea for you. You're more savvy, computer savvy than I am. If you could put together, and I know other people are going to be doing it, if you're listening to what I'm saying, you could probably put up, because a lot of people, I like the game to grow too, but if you could put up like an updated leveling guide, even if it's like 20 minutes, man, and just show people whether, because a lot of people went to Emerald Lake, but I think I would probably go to Neheran. And I remember farming the drum and the snook and the tarpon at the Everglades more than I did the bass. But I spent so much time that I think I wasted at Emerald Lake going for the walleye. I probably would do something different. But that would be a good thing, I think, D, to an updated leveling guide, man. Because I don't think if you're following along what I'm saying, I don't think Emerald's the best option once you get up there enough to rotate. Oh, you grinded. You grinded. That'd be your take on it too, man. If you grinded the trout, see, what am I doing right now? Why am I getting? Man, went from 102 pounders to 69 pounders, and this spot's pretty much wasted. But yeah, I think so. You're basically saying you went and grinded Falcon instead of Emerald. Yeah, man. That's about 30 hours of playing time off. I got a double, but that's gonna be mousy. All right, this spot's trashed. Um, yeah, I think you could put one of those together, D. In other words, whatever your jam is, if you're wanting to go from once you hit whatever level to get in the Falcon, give us your take. I'd like to see your take on it as well. But I think that'd be a nice little video, even if you had a bunch of different YouTube guys doing it. Put your own little take on it. And that's what I like about Fishing Planet in general. You got your own little mix, you got your own little power leveling thing. But I'd be curious to see what yours was. If you were to do it over and you were to start over, all over again, would you go? Would you go to Emerald? Would you go to? Would you farm? See, because I'd probably farm drum and snook at the. Because you can fill your net so quick and still get decent XP and stuff off of tarpon, and you fill your net so quick. Rocky Lake and then Falcon. Yeah, see, but that's an idea, D. You could put that together. Like you can even put in your comments, this is for new guys looking to level up. But I think anytime you can speed the guys up, like I said, a couple guys on my friends list, like I said, I don't work for Fishing Planet or anything, but I kind of showed them how, if you look at in my power leveling videos on Congo, I'm good at that, but I kind of just showed them, once they got to that level, I had a guy at level 35, and I got him all the way to level 80 in like 2 weeks, from level 35 to 80 at the Congo. But I told him, I said, you can either sit and grind at this lake and this lake, or you can get the Congo pack and just go ahead and rank up. And then he's doing comps and stuff with me now. But I would like to see just a guy that, or maybe he's a kid that doesn't have quite that much money. But if you were to put together a little better leveling guide than what's out there, I think you'd probably get a lot of hits on that, man. Like I said, I'm better at the higher level lakes, and you'd probably make me look silly if I went to Falcon with you. So that's just a difference in experience. You know all the lakes a lot better probably than I do. I just know the top 3 or 4 lakes really well. I'm gonna have to spawn somewhere else too. Hold on, D. I wanted to show you this other spot. Where did I find that at? There's another spot on here to try, D. Is it over here? Where is that spot? Yeah, right there, bro. Hold on. I gotta show you this spot, D, real quick before if you're getting ready to bounce out. I found this spot the other day. Yeah, I know, D. That's the thing, and you might lose a little experience. I know what you're saying. They're going from 0 to 100, right? But it's a good way to get new people in the game because if you look back the way we did it, see, when I entered, I went in and grind the sturgeon. I was just trying to unlock the regular bass boat, and I'd only spent like $10 or something on this game. And I was just kind of playing it on the side on Battlefield and other games like Fortnite and stuff. I was playing with my kids, but the grind was so long, dude. I went into the San Juan Delta there at California, and I was farming sturgeon with a freaking bottom sniper and the Brutus, bro. And that was so horrible. 500 to 800 XP for those sturgeon and the fight times. And so, and that's kind of the younger generation. They kind of want things now. So I think if you were to adapt and help them out on that, it probably would be a decent idea. If I knew how to, if I had the knowledge that you had, I could probably put together a pretty good video, but I think that would probably help a few people. But yeah, I remember sitting there, I had the cash for that bass boat, but I had to go from level, because we didn't have Selenge then, I had to go from like level, I did a little okay at Ituba, I know that map fairly well, but I grinded forever on those sturgeon to go from like level 46 to 50 just so I could buy the bass boat. I had the cash, but you had to be level 50 to get that bass boat, and I don't even think Weeping Willow was available, but I remember that being my most painful grind, just sitting over there forever. And it's taken me a while to even go back to Cali and unlike that lake. I'd fished that thing so much, the grind was just hideous. Hideous. Let's, you know what? I'm going to try that new mix again. I'm going to see if I get one in the 90s again, boys. Might have just been total luck. Hold on, was that 22? That was 22. So 22.15. But yeah, D, put something like that together. I think some of the guys would appreciate it. And again, like I said, when I first started this channel, it was everybody when I was fishing for Nile perch or shark or pretty much most of the lobbies I was in, people would ask, just what am I doing? What hook size? What this? So, and like I said, I don't mind sharing stuff to help people because that's what it's about. Just having fun on this game and ranking up. And the oddest part is I've learned stuff off of even the lower level guys sometimes, like, hey, try this. But in fishing in general, I think you should, unless you know your top secret things, you might for a comp or something, I guess. But if you're just trying to help a guy level out, why not help him? And I remember when I was first. Yeah. Yeah, and if you can grind, yeah, that's good, man, that you're like that. The hard work paying off, yeah. It gives you more experience if you can just do the grind. I get it. Sometimes it's so time consuming on some of those, but it's a lot better, I think, now that they've added that Selenge. So I'd be curious to see what you would put together. Would you, would you still grind at Selenge, then go to Blue Crab? Would you skip Weeping Willow? It's all those little things that I think if a guy was to put a guide together, I think it'd be pretty popular. And I think you've got enough experience on this game from what I've seen to do well. That would be a great video. But yeah, you're gonna have to grind one way or the other. But like I said, a couple of guys on my friends list, I just recommended the Dongo or the Congo DLC, and you get the Draco boat. I kind of wish you could just customize though. Yeah, Mariska, one of the other guys I used to like watching, I think he just got banned or something, the KP Shimino. I kind of enjoyed his videos too. He plays that Russian fishing, but I want to say that's only on PC. I could be wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and throw all this out. And D, while I have you here, you spotted a lot on this. When I started this video, I was just kind of comparing because a lot of people say, yeah, do you spot all your stuff out or do you put most of it out? And have you tried putting the rods down first? I've tried all those different things, but like I said, I did just catch that 102 pounder on throwing all my mix out, so I don't know if it was just random RNG or not, but like I said, I've thrown as little as 10 casts out and got a 93, 94 pounder, and I was just stuck in that range. But I don't know. I've thrown all my mix out before, get one or two oversized, and I just feel like I've wasted my time. But I'm going to try this again to see if I get one in the 90s. Let me show you this Mark 2D just in case you're going to bounce out, bud. If you ever play that Jolly Carp where you're bouncing around and you need a spot, yeah, it might be hard to follow that same route. This spot right here, I just spotted this the other day when I was doing that Jolly Carp. When I left in first place, but they ended up passing me. But I don't have it marked, but I got another 93 pound, or like an 80 some pound, but I've got 90 cents right here in this spot. This is a nice spot right here. Oh yeah, I'll send you both of them, bud. Here's one, and I'll send you the one from, hold on. Let me look for that. Here's where I just caught that 100 pounder. I caught the 100 pounder here. I just didn't mark it, but you see me do it live, bro. Try this. And then that other little spot, where was that? It's a short cast. Oh yeah. Right here, dude. I've caught them in the 90s here too. So try those three. But I'm gonna try this mix one more time and just see. No problem, bro. I hope you get it, man. Like I said, you know this game as much as I do. I think I just fish so much for the perch and the shark they eventually hit, and I don't know if it's the same with this or not. I just, in my head, I want to say, if you know what I'm saying, you can get a normal unique in the 70s on occasion anyway. Yeah, I hope so, bro. I really wasn't even expecting that. The funny thing is, I was going to try to compare just for anybody that was going to watch this live stream later on. I was going to compare and just see the difference because I don't know enough about the boilies. I was going to just try some new mixes out. At the same time, I was going to run 2 carp rods with boilies and then 2 bottom rods just to see if maybe that's why I wasn't getting a 100 pounder. Like maybe you had to get a 100 pounder on a carp rod with a boilie. Because that Darth guy that I was showing you earlier, he's not in comps or anything, but he's, as far as the guys that I've never seen on YouTube that's on my friends list, he's the best carp guy that I've found that I've fished with. But I know he swears up and down on the boilies, but man, a 100-pound carp on a carp rod, whew, that's going to be a journey. But that's actually what I was going to do, so I really wasn't expecting to get a 100-pound carp. But like I said, I don't know if for sure it was the mix or just, in other words, if you see what I'm saying, if a 70-pound unique mirror carp already spawns there at 70 pounds and then you spot on top of it to get an additional 30 as opposed to just a common unique leather that might be 55 pounds, if you see what I'm saying. It could be the same thing as going in and catching a 435-pound perch or a 451-pound. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it's probably just going to happen. But you can see that mix that this one I'm using right now, it's just like a 3% difference from the one you're doing. But I did, if you watch back on that stream, I did end up casting it all out. It would be great if they gave us a bigger spot though. It'd be nice if you could put 10 ounces out at once. But Mariska, if you're still watching, bro, just keep grinding those. And but soon I would, if you're better at, like I said, if D puts a video up, you might be better off. I can't remember when Falcon opens, but I want to say I didn't fish Falcon much, man. I probably should have. I was sitting there thinking, you probably could grind those trout a lot better than walleye. But I'm pretty sure I grinded at Florida for the. I didn't grind the bass there. At Florida, I grinded the drum tarpon and the snook. Oh, you're gonna fish for some catfish. Yeah, that's fun. And that's another thing too. Sometimes you get caught on trying to level up, and if you get bored on one species, man, rotate and do whatever. But yeah, I know if I was to do it all over, I would not spend so much time at Emerald. Literally, probably 30 hours of actual playing time that I'll never get back. Gosh, fishing for walleye. I burnt myself out on Emerald Lake, in other words. Man, I cannot believe I didn't save that marker, D. I'm gonna look and see. Let me cast this out. I want to look and see. I don't even know what I caught that on. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's fine, bro. Yeah, I get it. But like I said, it's just something to think about. If you were to put one together, you're good like that. I noticed you were comparing, at the Congo, you were comparing the quality versus quantity on the tigerfish and the perch. And we're pretty similar on the thoughts. We kind of do a half and a half or 3/4 perch and 1/4 tiger. But I'd just kind of be curious to see what you'd put up that would help some of these guys. The funny thing is, I think it was my wife that had told me once I was getting mad, and I think she'd even told me to YouTube. I think the first time I YouTubed, a Bubbles Way video came up, and I was at Mudwater trying to do that Dedro spoon, I think. I couldn't get because a lot of the other stuff I was just figuring out on my own. I didn't even look at YouTube. I was being stubborn, and I couldn't get the bark for that Dedro spoon lure. Man, it was driving me crazy. And finally, I went on to YouTube and looked it up. And then from there, I can't remember one of your videos. It popped up on something. I started watching your videos, and then Super Dave's good too. But I probably watched your videos more than I have you and KP Shimino, and then probably Super Dave, and then maybe Bubbles. Bubbles is a good mission guy. I think I watched a lot of missions on Bubbles, but as far as getting marks and catching big fish and just kind of watching how you were doing stuff, I watched a lot of your videos on that. Yeah, it's funny. I think the last monster mission that I did, D, was the Buffalo. I think it was the Lone Star was ended up being the last one I did. I'm gonna look at this real quick. Well, there's what I caught that 102 pounder on, D, if that helps you any. Oh, no problem, dude. I give credit where it's due. Like I said, I subbed to you fairly early and popped in on some of your streams. I wasn't very active in the chat for a while, but I noticed time and time again a lot of your videos I was watching, and you know, looking at your marks and stuff and your techniques. You never steered me wrong, so I definitely enjoyed watching your streams as well. And that's one thing too. Even though the game might get stale, you may go back and just revisit. I would definitely stick with still streaming. I think I watched one of your streams I popped in the other day, and you were mentioning this might be your last live stream on Fishing Planet, and I hope not, man, because you're good at the game, and I know it gets a little stale because they haven't had a new lake or nothing, but you can still go back and revisit and help all these guys out that are trying to level up and all the new guys. You know, and if you could get them a little faster track, even though they might miss a little bit of experience not doing the grind that we did it, but that's kind of life in general, right? The younger generations coming in and the new players, they kind of get that advanced knowledge from the people that's already been there. So I think that's something that you could offer up to those guys with your experience, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do is kind of help people rank up and go from there. Because I remember going to the Congo and I was catching perch and everything, and there'd be a guy level 40 in there with the Draco boat. They didn't know what they were doing. I would give them a few tips. They'd be on my friends list. I'd look 3 weeks later and they didn't play the game again. It's like they would buy a pack, didn't know how to rank up, and then just kind of quit the game entirely because they fished the Congo. And then from there, they're like, well, I don't want to have to do the grind all over. They've spent the money. Their 30-day pass or whatever is up. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do is help the kind of the people rank up as well. All right, this is the same mix and see what happens. It's getting slow. This guy's not doing bad. I think this guy's using Dave's mix. Do you play any Battlefield 1, D? Or are you Warzone guy, probably COD guy? Let's see what this is. Oh, can't tell. Common carp. Only COD so far. Yeah. Battlefield 1, I used to play, I don't know if you remember a game, you're a lot younger than I am, but um, I loved the old Modern Warfare and the MW3, man. That was my jam back in the day when my kids were even younger. We all three used to link up on that, but I other than that, I think the one Call of Duty where the people were I can't remember what Call of Duty that was. It might have been on PlayStation 3 by then. The one Call of Duty where everybody kind of flied around and you had jetpacks and stuff. They kind of lost me on that. But I've been trying to. My oldest son actually does plays Warzone, but it feels like I'm so far behind on it now that I've played Battlefield enough, Battlefield 1, that I can still hang with the younger crowd and still score well. So I've kind of stuck with it, but my oldest son keeps trying to get me to play Warzone. See, this is usually what happens to me, D. If I put all my mix out, I've got to where like a lot of times I've been putting out 3/4 of it, and I don't know if it feels like sometimes it's just too much. Because the other day I was in here practicing this, and I had that half a mix where I messed up earlier, but I was throwing about at 190 ounces. I was throwing, I don't know, 90 ounces or so, or a little around half of it, and I was able to go around and get a couple 90s, a couple 80s from each spot, and I was hoping that the hunter would just hit that way. But just from playing with this a lot, other than when I just got that 102 pounder, it's like if you throw all of it out, it just seems a little slower. And that's kind of what it's doing to me right now. What's the best, real, and cheap for Hold on one second, bro. I'll have to pull that up. Yeah, I probably should try my well, the thing is my son, I think they're doing the I don't know if that's what is that? The last time I played with him, I was playing with him. I'm like in my mid 40s, bro. So my oldest is 25, son. I got a son that's like 23 and then a daughter that's 21. So anyway, I got in there with him and a group of friends, and they were playing like this. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like search and destroy, but it was one shot, one kill stuff. So, I mean, it's a hardcore. That's what it's called. Oh man, he likes playing the brutal modes too. Like you make one mistake and you're just toast. So I got in there and I played with them for a couple days, and they're kind of having fun with me. But man, it is. The way they play, at least, it's brutal. Like it's so strategic, and to me, if I have a couple bad streaks, I like to be able to respawn and search and destroy, and then I'm sitting there. It's hard for me to pick up what they're doing because I die so quick, and I am just watching them most of the time, so it's hard to get in a rhythm. But maybe if I linked up and tried something different, perhaps. But yeah, I'll give it a go again. What about that? I was watching you a little bit the other day. Is that 7 Days to Die game any good? I watched a little bit of it, but I was at work when it popped up. I watched your stream for a second, but that looked like it might be a fun game. Yeah, see, and this is normally what happens when I put out all this mix, man. Yeah, see, that's my thought too, D. You see what's happening right here, and then sometimes it just works. See, that's why I was throwing like 75% out of like a 160 thing, but I was starting to put up 190, and I noticed if I throw half of a 190 ounce mix out, I could get a 90 at one spot, rotate, and therefore I was thinking in my head, then eventually the numbers would hit, and I would just get 100 by that if you're following along with what I'm saying. But see, this is, oh, it's one of those that'll annoy you. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like I said, I watched just a little bit of it. Yeah, I think I killed the water, man. That's funny. It's the same exact mix I got that 102, and I casted it all out. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Even though I got that 102 pounder, I'm thinking anyway. You can try the same thing out, D, tomorrow. I'll try to stop in your chat and wish you luck, man. I got your notifications on, so. But that's what I'm guessing, man. I don't know if you throw it all out or you just put 75% of it out, cast your rods. I've tried casting my rods out and spawning on top too, and it just seems like you get the action a little quicker than you want. Yeah, I'll take a look at that game and see. That looks like it might be fun, man. I'm looking for something to rotate to. I played a little bit of Battlefield the other day. I got warmed back up and so have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, that game, Battlefield's so old too, but I probably should try to catch up with the times again. But I grinded Fortnite for a little bit. I could build and shoot just fine. I fell behind on the editing on Fortnite, and I kind of lost interest in that game. But yeah, I'm looking for another rotation out of Fishing Planet. So if you find one that you like, let me know, man. I might give it a try. I did watch one of your Warzone things the other day when you were playing. You're pretty good at the shooter games too, I noticed. think this is oversized. Yeah, this is dip. Anybody that ends up watching this stream, that's kind of usually what happens to me is when I cast all the mix out, it just kind of like kills the water. Yeah, I don't even think this is oversized. Nah, just a trophy. One of these have to see that's what would. There we go. Let's hope this is oversized. Maybe. I don't think so. No. Yeah, they do, man. It still seems random. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like sometimes you put a mix together, and if you throw out a certain number of casts, that works better than if you don't overdo it. Because earlier when I caught the 102 pounder, if you noticed, I was in shock because I didn't expect it. Because I was sitting in here with this guy, and he was talking about Super Dave's mix and whatever he does, and I'm not knocking Super Dave. It's just, for me, my experience is kind of what you're saying, is like just like what's happening right now. If I throw all my mix out, it just normally doesn't. It's like I just throw 75 or 80% of it out, and I do all right, and I'll just refresh the water. But so you can see, I haven't even got a oversize, and I know I've caught plenty of oversize in the spot. Sorry guys, I don't work text. Alright, man. Well, you know what? I caught the 100 pounder here. I'm probably gonna end the stream here in a second, guys. I just wanted to go for the 100 pounder, and I actually got it, so I don't want to take up anybody's more time on this. But D, thanks for hopping in and communicating with me here in chat, and anybody else that come in and support. Rumors saying the place nerf, but you just caught 100. Okay, yeah, dude. Yep, that myth's definitely busted. And like I said, just my opinion, man. You can try that mix and just mess with yours a little bit. You've seen where I caught it, and here I'll show you again. It's the mark down here, man. Right in this area, right in this spot. It's that short cast. Basically, I'll show you real quick before I end the stream, man. I hope you can get it. You just. Let's see, come here, yeah. Right here, bro, it's just right in front of you. Right here at this spawn. Right there, bro, you see me catch it, 102 pounds, right there. Yeah, I don't think they've nerfed it, man. So, but yeah, I'd definitely try it. But, I might spin off and do something else here in a little bit. But yeah, the 102 pounder was right there. We'll look on that again. And it was this mix right here. What's up, Bam Bam? Just got a 102 pounder, bro. On this mix right here. Brand new mix. They said it was nerfed, but me and D's Universe is going to try to come get one tomorrow. But yeah, we caught a 102 pounder on this mix right here. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, right there, man. 102 pound. Yeah, that's my personal best. I came on, I took my wife out to a Mexican. We had a couple margaritas, and she said, go ahead and play. I was like, oh, I guess I'll go for some carp, and put up a live stream. And sure enough, we go over this spot, and I spotted it. And I was, Dave always, me and D were just talking about it, Bam. And like, there's so many different myths. Like, do you put all your mix out? Do you put 3/4 of it out? And a lot of times I'll put 3/4 out, and then it's kind of chum the water, because sometimes it feels like it kills it. So I was playing with different mixes and trying different things, and I ended up I threw all that mix out. This is like 166 ounces, if you can see there. I threw it out, and sure enough, I caught that thing right in front of me. I wasn't expecting it because I just tried to duplicate it at another spot, and that very thing happened. I put all of it out, and it just I got a couple trophies, and it just kind of killed the water. But I'm still gonna play around with it. So who knows? Could have been random RNG, but I finally got my 100-pound carp. Yeah, D. When you get a chance, bro, get me in a party, dude. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You're a hell of a fisherman too, by the way, bro. Like I said the other day on that chat when I was having the bad, I'm decent at carp fishing. It's so annoying the RNG on these comps sometimes just kills me, drives me crazy. But also again, D, if you get a chance, we'll party up and explain to me. Like I said, I'm just learning on a stream and do all this stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to help a lot of people out. And but yeah, if you could show me, I'm still learning how to edit. I can ask my son how to edit. But basically, I'm just recording off of my PS5 right now, and then he's kind of helping me. Oh yeah, no, man. I wasn't knocking you. It was just, it seems like I sit and practice that thing. I was just telling D earlier. I practice those things in comps. I go in there on the common carp, and that was like the sixth time I did that. And you remember the one time I was complimenting you? You came in and you got like a 67, 68 pounder, and I'm like, bam. I was like, bam wins already. I was like tooting your horn. But then every time that I play, I go in there and it's either 53 to 58 pounds. Yeah. Bam, but I went in there, and if you watch my video, I go in there, and I actually get two, but the second one I had like 2 minutes left to fight it on the freaking carp rod, by the way, and I get it in with like a minute left, and it's 58 pounds again. So the odds that I got two 58 pounders is driving me crazy, and because I'll go into practice and I can get 63, 67 somewhere in there. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember, Bam, bro. I went back in and seen that I seen that and checked. Some guy had like a 71 or 72 pounder. Yeah, that but Jur, I think you probably know Jur. He's on my friends list too. I was playing with Jur in one of them, and I'm good at fishing with I'm good at the bigger legs, but I'm really good at the perch. And I went in there, and I think it's the same one. You got 441 pound perch or something. It was the big and the small, the long and the short, or whatever that one is. And I go in there, and my first perch, dude, my uni perch is 286 pounds. Like, that's the smallest unique perch possible. And even Jur and everybody was just laughing. Yeah, Jur's a good dude, too. I haven't linked up with him as far as party chat or anything like that. But, yeah, I just started streaming and doing this stuff. My oldest and middle son, they stream and do other games, but they were telling me to go ahead and try it since it's something I like. I used to play Fortnite and a little bit of Warzone and Battlefield with them, but they got their young eyes and got young reflexes like D's Universe here, so he's one of my favorite streamers, D Universe. So, but I might spin off of here. I'm gonna listen to some tunes and throw a few back with my wife. So, yeah, that's what I was telling D in the chat here earlier. That's the great thing. I've got some really good friends from England on here that I met, Bam. And I think I want to say D's from Jamaica, but I got a lot of good friends on here that I've met from Europe and stuff that I've been playing. I actually play with my England friends more than I do with my American friends, believe it or not, and uh, had a lot of fun with those guys, helped them rank up and stuff. We just started entering comps, but yeah, like I said, I wasn't ranting at you players. It was just like I don't know if the RNG just seems off to me, and I don't know if I'm just having the bad luck or what the deal is, but man, yeah. It's been pretty brutal. Like I said, I don't need anything. Yeah, I don't need anything in the game. Like I said, I got $220 million in bait coins and whatever else I need. I. Oh, you're from the Netherlands, right on, bro. I used to play a different game. I had a buddy that was from Sweden that I kept pretty good contact with. I used to play another war game, but that's cool, man. But yeah, you're always up there on the top of that leaderboard, man, and. My hat's off to you guys. Like I said, nothing personal on any of the players. Yeah, like I said, I'm a higher ranked guy. I just literally started playing comps around that Catfish World Cup or whatever, and I ended up was happy and proud of myself. I made it to the finals, and I think I took 16th or something. But I started playing these random little comps, and I just can't I don't even, I think I've got one second place, bro. And that was in a carp comp of all things. And I'm decent with the carp, but I thought for sure it would be Nile perch or bully me shark or big brother or one of those things because I'm good with the shark too. But these other ones that I've set and practiced and grind on, I was like, man, I don't, the computer I guess is just slapping me around. But and then sometimes I'm wondering if do you think that it goes off of personal rating? Like, does the computer kind of give you a little better RNG the better your personal rating goes up or something? Because if you lose, you could lose 10 or 20 points. Yeah, I hope so, man. I appreciate the words of encouragement, man. I really do. Like I said, I made a couple rant videos and I've ranted a couple times in chat on those, but it's not me. If you knew me, it's not. I'm a cool guy. I like helping out people too. So it's just one of those, man. It struck a raw nerve when I got that 58 pounder twice. Yeah, it just really bothered me. But we'll But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. I'm gonna spend some time with my wife and watch a little bit of TV and listen to some YouTube and listen to some music. So you guys take care, and I hope to see you guys soon. So if you guys like this the content in the stream, subscribe, and like I said, I'll try to help some of you guys out. And again, not looking to give anybody's top secret information out, but if I can help some of you guys enjoy the game and rank up, and I know D's Universe does really good, as well as Super Dave and all those guys. It's a good community. Yeah, good seeing you, Mariska. And hey, man, if you need any help, subscribe to D's Universe. He's really good at leveling, and he's got a lot of good videos on there to help you, man. I'm just starting. Thanks, Bam. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, D. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care.